In today's episode, CC asks, what is the most valuable data analysis that a small business can do overall? What's the most valuable analysis that a small business could perform? Now, if we define a small business as an enterprise with, say, less than $1 million in revenue and fewer than 10 employees, then from an overall perspective, you're talking about like a storefront, a retail shop, a small consulting firm, a startup software company, a restaurant. The analysis that is make or break for that business, and I think the most valuable one is RFM analysis. RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value, and it's a way of analyzing your customers to understand who are the most valuable customers. Because from that analysis, we can make several determinations about what to do next to increase value for the business. Nothing else comes close to me in terms of helping a business understand its customers better and find those quick wins to grow revenue. So let's look at what this looks like, because it's also a technique that I think is easy enough to perform in a spreadsheet. And obviously, if you have some visualization tools and some more advanced data analytics, you can use those, but you don't need those in order to be able to do basic RFM analysis. So let's flip this over here. RFM analysis begins by getting all your customer data, and you need, when was the last time somebody purchased something, how many purchases have they made, and the monetary value of those purchases. Now, because those are three very different metrics, there are three different scales. Recency is probably a date range, frequency is probably an integer value, number of purchases, and monetary value is going to be a floating point number, right, a currency. You will need to scale them. You will need to normalize and scale them. And the best way to do that is within spreadsheet software. It's easy to do. You can do it obviously in more advanced technology. But what you want to do is essentially rearrange those values to be consistently on a 1 to 10 scale. So you would say with recency, what's the oldest possible date, what's the newest possible date, and then have recency be, a 10 is the most recent and a 1 is the oldest. For frequency, again, you take that scale, that min-max, and you can actually use the formula min-max in many spreadsheet packages to do that same rearranging of most frequent purchases 10, least frequent purchases 1, and rescale your data that way. And same for monetary value. When you've done that, you'll get a spreadsheet that looks like this. You have your customer ID, you'll have your recency 1 to 10, frequency 1 to 10, and monetary value 1 to 10. I would suggest adding in a total value column called total value, and just doing a sum across the table. Now I have these. This is dummy data, so you'll notice that values are changing because it is simply just randomized numbers. But now I have. Let's go ahead and copy this to a new sheet so that the numbers stop changing. All right. Paste special values only. Now, if I rearrange my table. Let's add a little bit of conditional formatting here just to make it easy to see. Customer A82 is my most valuable customer, right? High recency, high frequency, high monetary value. Then we scroll down here and we get into the sort of suburbs. Customer A770 is my least valuable customer, right? Low frequency, low recency, low frequency, low monetary value. Now, from this, there's a couple things that we can do. Number one, for those customers which are the most valuable customers, and you may want to break this into quartiles or whatever statistical format you want, or just do it in thirds, break the table into thirds. Your most valuable customers, you've got to keep them happy. So, your top 10, those are the folks that you would want to invite to like a focus group or something. Let's say you're a restaurant, right? Those top 10 customers, you invite them in for once a year, maybe twice a year. Come in for a free meal and tell us what you like and don't like, right? Because you're here a lot. We know you by name. Come on in. Same is true if you are a SaaS software company, customer advisory board. Those are the people that you invite to your customer advisory board because they're the ones giving you all the money. For those customers, you will then want to do a bit of segmentation on this. Who comes in a lot, but isn't worth a lot. Rearrange the table and sort that and say, okay, well, what can we do to get those people to come in more, right? Or buy more frequently from us. Is maybe more email marketing, more retargeting ads. For those folks who are not monetary value but come in a lot, what can we do to get you to buy more? Those would be people you might want to run surveys to and say, hey, what do you wish we had that we don't have as products or services? Now, again, there are straightforward ways of doing that sort of analysis, and then there are very advanced ways of doing that analysis. One of my favorite ways is to do clustering, and this is something that you can do in software like IBM Watson Studio. So I'm going to show you a quick example here. Overwrite that. And let's go ahead and click in here. Oh, I want to refine this. I'll do a quick visualization on this. And for fun, let's just do a little bit of 3D. And we want our recency, our frequency, our monetary value, and then for our color, our total value. Right? So in this case, the redder the dot is, the more valuable it is. So you can really see there are some customers here that are just in the suburbs, right? These are the customers that are not great. If I have customers who are high frequency, high recency, but low monetary value, like this person right here in the corner, that would be somebody, let's put customer ID on that. So recency, frequency, high frequency, low monetary value. This person right here, A94, that would be somebody I'd reach out to and say, hey, what can we do to get you to buy more? On the other hand, we have somebody who has high monetary value, right, but low frequency. They were in recently. What can we do to get them to buy more? So we can cluster our data with more sophisticated tools to really pull out segments and market to them. But that, to me, is the most valuable form of analysis we can do as a small business. And again, you don't have to use the cool, fancy visualization tools. You really can do all this in just a very basic spreadsheet to understand who are your customers that are most valuable, who are the customers who you could increase their value, and then who are the customers who it may not be worth your time to focus in on them. So that analysis is something that every small business owner should be doing, I would say, honestly, monthly, so that you're staying on top of your customer base and you're seeing the changes. Like, are your efforts to bring back infrequent customers, are they working? Are you getting customers to come back more frequently? So, great question, important question. I hope that you run this analysis for yourself, for your businesses. And if you have any further comments, leave them in the comments box below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.